Hey guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be on this look, hair, makeup, the whole thing. I haven't done like a hair and makeup tutorial in a while because I always stick to either one or the other. I thought I would do kind of like a heat-proof, sweat-proof makeup and hair tutorial because I'm getting ready to go to Hawaii and I was thinking of like looks and stuff that I want to do there by the beach. So I thought of this one particularly because anytime I'm at the beach, I try to do like tighter curls so that they can open up throughout the day. And this hairstyle usually lasts me for about 3 days, so love the way the hair turned out. And again, as the days go on, it's gonna look more natural, more beachy, so I love it. And then the makeup is obviously so natural, but you could still see that I put time and effort into my makeup, and it's sweat proof, heat proof, all of that good stuff. And also thanks to IGK for partnering with me in this video. I'm gonna use a couple of their products when I do my hair, so I hope you enjoy it, and let's get into it. So right now my hair is damp. I washed it about an hour ago, so it's kind of air drying right now, but it looks frizzy, it looks just crazy. Okay, we need to tame it. So the first thing I like to do right out of the shower is apply some sort of a leave-in conditioner because my hair is so coarse and dry. I definitely need it, and my current favorite is the IGK Mistress Anti-Frizz Leave-In Conditioner. I love this stuff because it's just a very hydrating balm for your hair. It's got argan oil, shea butter, coconut oil, so lots of great ingredients to nourish your hair and just keep it super conditioned. So I like to apply this when my hair is pretty wet, but for this video I just wanted to make sure I did it on camera with you guys. So I like to apply a generous amount, just about that much, and I like to just really work this into my hair, especially if you're gonna style it. Any heating, this is just gonna be great for that. So just working it in, and then I like to just brush my hair now so that it's nice and smooth. I'm trying to figure out a different mic situation because sometimes this touches my clothes and then like makes a weird noise. So I keep like moving it around, don't mind that. Okay, so now that my hair is nice and brushed, I'm gonna start to blow dry it. So I'm just gonna sort of, not like smooth it out too much because I do wanna curl it after, but I'm just gonna roughly kind of blow dry it. I like to use a flat brush like this, like a paddle brush. I don't like using a round brush for some reason. I just think this is so much easier to use. And I use any blow dryer I have around. At home I use a Harry Josh one. I like that one a little bit better than this one, but this is the T3 one. Anyway, so I like to just, that's loud. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blow dry. So because I have bangs, I like to blow dry my bangs forward, and so I'm gonna do this before it gets super dry because then it's harder to do it. So once you blow dry it over, you kind of get this like nice smooth finish on the root, and then you want to go ahead and flip it to kind of feather it out. And I always like to use medium to low heat. I don't like to use super hot because I have highlights and so I don't want to burn my hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish blow drying the rest of my hair and I will be right back. So before I start curling my hair, I'm gonna apply one more product, and this is the IGK Speechless Dry Oil Finishing Spray. And this is actually for your hair and body, which is cool. So it's basically like a dry oil spray, and it's got avocado oil and lots of other great ingredients. So I'm just gonna shake it really well and just apply it all over. This is more of like a finishing spray, so you don't have to do this before curling. I just like to soak in all the oil before, after. And typically when I'm doing my hair for the beach or just like making sure that it stays heat proof, I like to go smaller sections when curling because I feel like I know that that's gonna over time open up. So the smaller the curl, the better, because when it opens up throughout the day, it's not gonna look super flat. It's just gonna look really beachy and beautiful. So I'm gonna grab small sections like this and I'm just going to curl it like I normally do. I like to alternate my curls, some in, some out, and I always like to leave the end kind of bare because I don't like to curl all the way. It just looks a little too polished for my taste. And then once it's done, I just kind of like pull it down and then move on to the next section. And then for this one, I'm just going to alternate the curl. I feel like alternating curls looks the most natural, so I like to personally do that. Hold it for a couple seconds, let it go, pull down. If you're still having trouble curling your hair, I would say make sure that you're holding the curling iron with your right hand when you're doing your left side, and then switch hands and hold it with your left hand when you're doing your right side. It really does make a huge difference. When I first started curling my hair, I was having the worst luck. Like I was like, I don't understand it. How are people able to curl so beautifully? And I think I watched like a tutorial or something myself, and I realized that it's because I was just using my right hand for both sides, and I wasn't holding it from up top. I was holding it more like from here, and the curls just were looking a little ratchet, you know? Okay, so once the section is done, this is optional, but if you want a little bit of volume, you can spray like a volumizing texture spray. I like to do this sometimes. So this is the Beach Club Volumizing Texture Spray by IGK. I like to hold it from far away and then spray. I actually learned this from my hairdresser. It just makes the curls look super natural. I'm gonna move on to the side already. It just looks so cute. Switching hands and holding it from up top, leaving the end out. By the way, this is the T3 curling wand, and I believe this is the 25mm wand, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's not super big. This is how my hair looks right now with the curls. Just for this video's sake, I'm just gonna open it a little bit so you can see what it would look like. Also, because I feel like when I do tighter curls, I don't love how my bangs look. I'm actually gonna play with a headband because I feel like, especially for the beach, it'll look really cute. This is the Sincerely Jules collaboration. I forget the name of the brand, but I'll list it below. And so yeah, I think the hair looks really, really cool. It still looks really put together, but sort of beachy, and the headband definitely adds a lot. So I'm gonna move on to my makeup. For my makeup, whenever it's too hot, or again, I'm gonna be by the beach pool, I try to avoid foundation because like nobody likes feeling of foundation, at least I don't, in the sun. So I like to just conceal things with a concealer. This morning I actually had to run errands, so I did conceal some of my imperfections, I should say, pimples, aka pimples. So I'm just gonna let you guys see that they're there. See, they're there. Unfortunately, I always break out in this little area, so I just kind of had to conceal it to run errands. Anyway, long story short, I'm just gonna go ahead and pinpoint and conceal my entire face. So for my concealer, I'm gonna go in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I love this one specifically because it's full coverage. It's not gonna budge throughout the day. So typically you can go both the natural way or the heavy duty way. It depends on your skin. If you have like perfect skin and you don't need much, I guess, much coverage, then go with like a NARS Radiant Creamy or the YSL Touche Claw because it's just super natural. But if you've got things like this you gotta conceal, then I feel like something like this works a little bit better. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this directly over, and this one hurts so bad, it's really annoying. So I'm just applying a little bit where I have redness, scarring, and pimples, of course, and then just a little bit under the eyes. I don't want this to feel super heavy under the eyes. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this in place with the fluffy kabuki brush. This one is by Sigma. It is F79. It's an OG favorite of mine. It's really good. It's actually meant for like contouring, but I love blending my foundation or concealer with this. Flawless. So you can't even really tell that I don't have foundation on. I mean, it just looks really, really seamless once you blend it. Look at that coverage. Again, if I didn't need to conceal anything, I probably would go in with something a lot lighter in coverage. I was actually thinking of hiring a photographer when in Maui because I feel like it'd be cute to take photos, especially like if I want some with KB, but I still need to look into it and see, you know, if I can find someone. Okay, so love the way my skin looks. It looks so natural. I feel like on camera it looks a little bit brighter and lighter, but even in person it just looks really, really flawless. So I'm gonna go ahead and powder just a little bit, like a translucent powder over certain areas that I just wanna make sure product doesn't like move throughout the day. So just around this area and the under eyes. The next thing I like to do is go in with a cream or liquid bronzer. This one is by Fenty Beauty. It's just a really good color for me. So this is in Suede. I'm just gonna apply this on the hollows of my cheeks, center of my nose. Typically I would like contour, but because this isn't that type of makeup, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the contour on top of my nose and then a ton on the forehead to give it nice color, a little bit on the eyelids as well. And then with the same kabuki brush, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend it. Always blend upwards when you are blending your bronzer. Look at that color, it's so nice and natural. You do have to blend this product fast because it does dry on the skin. So if it dries, just use like a Fix Plus or something to wet the skin a little bit. Next, I'm going to use an all over glow. This one's by Bobbi Brown. It's just a beautiful shimmery kind of like highlighter basically, but you can put this all over your skin if you wanted to. I'm going to start applying this on like the high points of the cheeks and kind of see how much I want to apply. Bring back that glow, natural glow. Look how pretty that is. And you can actually take this all the way down to the apples of the cheeks because it's a very, very minimal glow. It's not gonna make your pores stand out that much, you know? So it's perfect. My skin looks so fresh and dewy. I love that. I'm also gonna apply a little bit of a powder bronzer. This one's by MAC. And I just feel like I need a little more color. So I'm just gonna apply, okay, my brush is shedding like crazy. I don't know why. Well, I think every time I wash my brushes, they kind of tend to shed a lot. Nonetheless, I like to just apply this all over. Just a little more color, you know? Okay, I look like a clown in real life. Camera, not so much. Lastly, if I want some color on my cheeks, I'll go in with like a liquid or a cream blush. This one is by Kaja. I've been using this a ton. I love this stuff so much. I'm gonna use the same brush and just grab a little bit of product and then just pop it on the apples. Just a tiny bit. My lips are so chapped, so I'm gonna go in with my fresh lip balm. This one is one of my favorites. Tastes like caramel, so good. For my brows, I'm gonna go in with the Glossier Boy Brow. I'm just gonna fill in the brows, kind of like the sparse areas, and then brush it up. I have been doing this style for quite some time now. I'm like obsessed with this style. It looks really, really polished, but also very natural without like harsh lines or anything. So it looks like, you know, you just woke up like this. Ooh, I put too much there, but we can blend it. For my liner, I'm gonna go in with a waterproof liner, of course. This one is the Persona Cosmetics in brown. This one comes in the copper kit, but we are gonna bring it individually soon, so I'll keep you guys posted. But I'm just gonna apply this on the inner rim, just on top. And then really, really, really close to the lash line, just on the outer corners. And then I'm just gonna wing it out a little and blend it. I know I'm creasing here a little bit because I put so much of that cream stuff, but I will set that in just a minute. I'm just gonna set my eyelids with the MAC bronzer because I put in a lot of that sort of face glow, and because that's really, really creamy, it's gonna crease throughout the day. So I just wanna make sure that this is not gonna crease. And then the other thing I'm gonna do, because I'm noticing that my pores are kind of peeking through here, I'm just gonna go ahead and mattify that, because what a difference. See how you can see all of the larger pores here? And then the minute you put a little bit of powder, blurs it out, fills in the larger pores. But you wanna make sure you still leave some of that other shine, otherwise it's gonna look too, you know, forced and fake. Okay, I'm just gonna curl my lashes. And then most importantly, go in with a waterproof mascara. Let me know what your favorite waterproof mascaras are in the comments below, especially if you have a drugstore favorite. I'd love to know. This one is a great one from Lancome. It's the Monsieur Big. I can never say this name right, I'm sorry, but it's basically the waterproof version of that, and it's a really good volumizing mascara. What is up with this piece of hair? So I'm just gonna apply a ton of this mascara. Because it's waterproof, I'm not worried about, you know, it running throughout the day. Although removing waterproof mascara is my least favorite part of the day. It sucks. It like literally sucks. Even, you know, obviously you use oils and stuff, but it still is such a pain. Don't love that. But man, what a difference mascara makes. I'm not gonna do my bottom lashes. Normally I would, but in this case, I just don't want any accidents. I don't want anything to be running down my face, and so I'm just gonna leave my bottom bare. And then for the lips, you can obviously do pretty much anything except for mattes. I would stay away from mattes, but I have a few options here that I love. This Dior lipstick is so nice and luxurious. If you want a little bit of color, which I think it's so pretty when you have just a little bit of color. So I'm just gonna apply this. And it kind of matches the headband. So you can go with something like this. You can obviously go with a gloss. This is the Persona in Honey. Or you can also go with a gloss that has tons of shimmer. This one is the Artist Couture one, and it comes in a bunch of different colors. I'm actually gonna go in with the pink. It's called Sugar Baby. I'm just gonna apply a little bit on the center. It's like a really fun gloss. Love that. I'm just gonna contour the outer edges of my lips because you see how this one just like droops down a lot, so I like to do that to make them even. Obviously the lip liner will probably fade, so just put it once and then don't even worry about it. Go back with your lip balm or lip gloss and just touch up your lips throughout the day. So this is pretty much it. For some reason on camera you can't really see my blush, but in person you really can. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit more. It's so weird, on camera you could hardly see the blush. There we go. I do recommend setting your face, so I'm just gonna use the good old Urban Decay all-nighter, just to make sure we lock all of that in, and hopefully it doesn't move throughout the day. So that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow along on Instagram. I'll definitely be posting a ton from my trip, and I'll see you guys when I'm back. I love you so much and have an awesome week. Mwah. Bye guys. Need a leave-in conditioner. Wow, downtown life. There's that blow dry. It just depends on your skin tone, skin type. My brow, I do recommend setting your spray because